guys, welcome back to our Texas homestead. Mike's birthday's coming up and he wanted a coconut cake, so I figured I'd bring y'all along and show you how we're gonna make it. So I'm gonna bring you down here. So we're gonna start out with 3 cups of flour. I just got 1/3 of a cup so it's easier to fit in there, but so it'll look like more, but and then it's 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then it calls for a cardamom, but I don't have that. But it says you can use equal parts cinnamon and nutmeg. So 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. Put some more flour. And then we got to sift it. Then we got in another bowl, we're going to put 1/4 cup of water. Oh, I forgot my vanilla. Two teaspoons of vanilla. And then cream of coconut. It's over by like the alcohol mixes. And you're going to use 3/4 cup. Oh, it's got like solids and liquids in there, so I guess you just kind of mix it up. Smells good. So 3/4 cup of that. And then I gotta get my mixer out. So let me clean this up real quick and then I'll bring you back and we'll start mixing it all together. Okay, so we're going to add 2 cups of sugar to the mixer. And then 3 sticks of softened butter. And then we're going to mix all this. It says until fluffy, which is about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so I got that mixed up. I'm going to scrape down the sides. And then add 1 egg at a time. And then it says scrape down the sides in between. So. Okay, so I just beat in the last egg, so 6 eggs, scrape down the sides, and then having it on low speed, you do 1/3 of the flour mixture, and then the coconut, and you alternate back and forth until you finish with the flour mixture. Scrape down the bottoms, let it mix a little longer, and then we'll pour it in the cake pans. Okay. I can never get this thing off. Okay. So I got 2, I think they're 9-inch round cake pans. You butter it and put flour on it, but I missed some spots it looks like with the butter. And I just learned the other day to save your wrappers from your butter, and then you can just put that in, grease your pans with. There. So then we're just going to divide the batter out between these 2 pans. And I got the oven heating to 350. have been barking all day long. So, even it out a little bit. It says 35 to 40 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. Oh, I went to preset my oven and apparently I forgot to hit start. So I'm going to turn the oven on now and I'll bring you back in 35 to 40 minutes when these are done. Okay, so I just took the cakes out. They're in there 35 minutes and the toothpick comes out clean. Bring you in so you can see them a little better. So that's how, oop, somewhere. There you go. So they're gonna sit on the rack for 20 minutes and then I'm gonna take them out of the pans, put them on the rack, and they'll sit there and cool off completely. And I'm not gonna frost them till tomorrow, so I'm gonna put them in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer because I've heard it's easier to frost a cake when it's really cold. So we're gonna try it and see. So I'll bring you back tomorrow when it's time to frost them. Bye. Okay, so it's the next day. The cakes are all cooled off. So now we're going to start making the frosting. So we got a 1/4 cup of coconut milk. Make sure you shake up the can really good to get it all put back together. It separates out like the liquid from the coconut. So a 1/4 cup of coconut milk and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And we're going to stir that together. And then we got 2 sticks of butter. We're going to put in the mixer. And it's room temperature butter. Let's get this over so y'all can see. And then we're gonna beat that until it's fluffy. Okay, so it's just kind of mixed up on the beaters. So now we're going to add in 3 cups of powdered sugar. I just have 1/2 cup measuring spoon, so it'll be 6 of them. And then we add in the coconut milk and vanilla. And then we beat that until it's creamy. Actually, let me get this off the heater. Okay, so it's all pretty well combined. So now we're going to add in another 2.5 to 3 cups. You just get it the consistency you want. while you're beating it. So I just put in, it was about a little bit more than 2.5, but not quite 3. Just finished off the bag. And then we're just going to mix this till it's all nice and creamy. It's not picking up all the powdered sugar on the bottom. Okay. So the recipe says you can put the frosting in the refrigerator if you're not ready to frost it for like up to 5 days. But just bring it back up to room temperature when you're ready to frost it. But I'm going to frost it tonight. So that's what the frosting looks like. So now it says we got to make a soak. And it's going to have the exact same thing this measuring cup had in it, so I'm just going to use it again. And it's 1/2 cup of coconut milk with 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So we need 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, and then 2 cups of coconut, and we're going to mix that together and let it sit for 10 minutes. Okay, so the coconut milk has soaked for 10 minutes. So now we're going to add in 1/2 cup of the frosting. And stir that together. My spatula would be better. Okay, so now we're ready to put the cake together. So I got the first layer on here. We're going to take the soak, which is just the coconut milk and vanilla, and put it around the sides. And I put the parchment on here to keep the plate clean. So hopefully it'll look nice when it's done. And then I got the other half sitting over here, so I'm going to do the same to that one and put the soak around the edges. Okay. And then we're going to put the filling on the bottom layer. And then we'll just kind of even it out. Now I'll put the top layer on. And we'll cover this one with frosting. Well, it's a good thing it'll have coconut all over it because this is not going to be pretty. I did freeze the layers because it says it's, well, not this recipe, but I've watched videos that says it's easier to frost the cake when they're frozen. But I guess I let them sit out too long because the cake's just kind of crumbling in it. But apparently that's a whole new decorating feature, is to have the crumbs coming through, so. But we got enough frosting, so it's good. And then the recipe says 2 cups, but you just cover it with, I don't think I'm going to get it to stick on the sides, so we're just going to put it on the top. Because when I put it on the sides, it just goes all the way down. Maybe I can get some on there. I think I'm going to let this sit up for a little bit and harden up to let the coconut attach to it before I pull the paper out. So I'll bring y'all back when I'm ready for that. Okay, so this is sat overnight. We're going to see if we can get this out without making too much of a mess. There. Not too bad. It's pretty clean around the plate, better than if I would have decorated it just like that. So, I might come in and try it in a little bit and let you know what he thinks.
Alright, back to check the Try Her cake out. A really big bite. Very good. Really good, babe. What's this other one?
That was a different video.
Oh.
You guys got it.
No, that was really good. I'm gonna try this one in a second. See you all back in a little bit.